think one of the reasons why a lot of women find themselves in a toxic relationship is simply because they don't even know what abuse is in the first place. They don't know the science, they don't know what toxic behavior looks like. So they are just there tolerating and enduring out of ignorance, probably because someone have told them to tolerate, or that there is no relationship out there without ups and downs. In today's video, I am going to be taking my time to share with you all the subtle signs that a guy is toxic, so that if you're planning to enter a new relationship, you will look out for these signs. And if you're already in a relationship, you are going to be able to know if that guy you're dating is toxic or not by the end of this video. Whether you're dating for fun or you're dating to get married, whichever way, you are supposed to know what a toxic behavior looks like for you to be able to identify one, or for you to be able not to tolerate one. It's okay to advise people not to be in an abusive relationship or not to be with a toxic partner, but we have not been telling ladies how to know that someone is actually toxic, or how to know that someone is actually abusive in the first place. So today we are going to be exploring signs that you should look out for, or things that when you see them in a guy or in a man, you're going to be able to know that, oh, this person is actually toxic. Oh, this person is not good for me. So let's dive in. The number one and most common abusive pattern in men is always blaming you for every single thing. He never gets to take responsibility for anything. He finds a way to push back the blame on you. Maybe he hits you, he ends up saying something like, "You were the reason why I hit you." See, let me tell you something. Never allow anybody to make excuses for abusing you. There is no kind of excuse that should justify abuse in the first place. If he's constantly pushing blames to you anytime you complain about any of his attitude that is hurting you, or anything that he doesn't get right, and he tells you that you were the reason why he had to do that thing, he's an abusive person, and it's a very dangerous manipulative pattern. It's called emotional manipulation. So if he does this every now and then, even if he does it once in a while, it's a sign that he's abusive. If you're in a talking stage with him, you have to let go. Don't even start what you cannot finish in the first place. But if you are already in a relationship with him, then you have to find your way out. I know it's going to be very difficult because it's a relationship that's already invested a lot into. Leaving might be very difficult, but I'm telling you that leaving is very possible. Another sign to know that he's a toxic partner is that he never gets to see things from your own perspective. When you're trying to make him understand things from your own perspective, he behaves as if he doesn't even understand anything you're talking about. You guys are having a heated argument, or you people are just talking about something. He keeps insisting on his own perspective. He keeps insisting on his own idea. He waves your own away, and he doesn't even want to hear anything that you have to say about your own ideas. What matters to him is what he's saying, his stand, and what he thinks is the right thing. So every other thing you're saying to him or you're trying to make him understand is bullshit. If he does this, he's abusive. He sets unrealistic standards for you to follow. He raises the bar for you. Meanwhile, he doesn't do anything to also meet up with that same standard he has set for you. He doesn't expect you to allow your anger to escalate if he hurts you. But on the other hand, he doesn't even live up to that. He's the first person to escalate whenever he's angry. So many standards that he has set, he doesn't even live up to half of these standards, yet he expects you to meet up to this standard. And anytime you're not living up to this standard, he's angry with you. If he tells you you're not enough, he tells you you have to be more. If he does this, it's simply a subtle sign that he is toxic. There's no two ways about it. Another sign that a lot of men use most of the time is something that is called gaslighting. Gaslighting simply means denying what he did, lying about what he did. Even when you have evidence that he did that particular thing, he lies about it or he denies it. He just tries to adjust the truth or twist things in a way that will make you begin to doubt your own instinct, begin to make you to second guess yourself, or to be confused about the whole situation. For instance, something happens and you're trying to tell him that this is what you did that is not right, or this is what you said that is not right. He's going to turn the situation around and tell you that he did not say such thing. Maybe he called you crazy, and you're trying to tell him how calling you crazy made you feel. He's going to twist it and say things like he didn't call you crazy. He only said that you should be mindful of how you behave sometimes. At that point, you're going to begin to second guess yourself. You're going to begin to doubt what you heard, if you actually heard right. Yeah? That is gaslighting, and he intentionally does this to avoid taking responsibilities for his awful behavior. And the honest truth is that they don't ever change. So don't even expect that they're going to change. He's been doing this for the past 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years of you being with him, and he has not changed. But now that you already know that this is an abusive pattern, it's your superpower. Now I'm going to be sharing with you more gaslighting tactics that most of these men use on you, so that even after now you've known what gaslighting is, any of the tactics he tries to use again on you, you are still going to be able to know that this is gaslighting. Whether with the person you're currently with, or you just go outside and meet random men, if they put out any of these behaviors, you are going to be able to detect on the spot that this is a gaslighting tactics. You're going to be able to tell yourself that this is a toxic pattern and you're not just ready for it. One of the common gaslighting tactics that they use on you is to minimize your feelings. He did something to you. You are hurting. You feel bad about it. But when you bring up the issue, he tells you that you're just too sensitive. He tells you something like, is it not just that thing? Can't you just forget about it? It means nothing. That's a tactic to actually avoid taking responsibility for what he did to you. And it's abusive. For someone who claims to love you or to care about you, they shouldn't just dismiss your feelings. No matter what, your feelings are valid. If it hurts, it hurts. There's no two ways about it. So, the second tactic is denying and lying about the things he did. Even when you have your evidence that he did something, he denies it. He boldly lies about it to make you doubt your sanity, to make you doubt your intuition, to get you confused. And by the end of the day, you just end up accepting that he did not do it. Even when you just know that you have a clue somehow that he actually did it, but you don't have a choice because he has been able to convince you with his lies that he did not do it. So by the end of the day, the issue is dissolved or dismissed. And he continues behaving that same way because it's not as if he actually gets to change. He doesn't change. The third gaslighting tactic that these men use is shifting blame and projecting their behavior on you. Now I'm going to be giving you a very, very clear example. He actually claims he doesn't beat women, but then at some point something happened and he beats you up. He feels so ashamed of himself after doing that. He felt like he actually did that particular thing he said he doesn't do. And for him to massage his ego and still put up with that's pride that he doesn't hit women. He tells you something like, you were the one that made me hit you. I've never hit a woman all my life, but you had to put up with that attitude. You got me so angry with your attitude that I had to hit you, something I've not done in my entire life. This guy is a monster for hitting you. Nobody just begins to hit a woman out of the blues. If he could hit you for once, that means that the ability to hit a woman has always been there. So, there's no justification for abuse. There's no excuses for abuse. He's abusive and that's it. There's no two ways about it. He did it because the tendency to do that has always been there. Just maybe you haven't triggered it. He would never do that if he claims that he doesn't actually do it. So once he does that and projects his behavior on you, it's a sign that he's toxic. There's no two ways about it. And the reason he's doing it is to set himself free from the guilt. After bragging about not being the one beater and he ends up beating you, he has to look for a way to, cover up his shame and also make his ego, his fragile ego, not to break. Another tactic that they use is to question your mental state. You guys are having an argument, and the next thing you're going to hear is, are you normal? Is something wrong with you? Like, bro, we're having an argument. You did something that doesn't seem right to me, and the best you could do is to try to make me feel like I am insane so that you can win the argument, so that you can die the matter, so that you can dismiss whatsoever thing it is we are talking about, to massage your fragile ego. It's abusive, baby girl. If he does this, it's abusive. If you're in a talking stage, please leave. If you're already in the relationship, you also need to leave. It's peace over chaos. And if you are in an abusive relationship where you've been trying to leave because you've lost your peace of mind recently, or you're watching this video and you're deciding in your heart that you're going to let go, but somehow your emotions is trying to play a smart one on you, I have a book that I've written for women who are in an abusive relationship titled How to Leave an Abusive Relationship and Not Look Back. Is a women guide on recognizing abuse, finding courage, and moving on. That book is all you need. Every single thing you need to walk out of a toxic relationship without looking back, without overthinking it, without killing yourself. So the book is not just going to teach you how to recognize an abusive pattern. It's also going to teach you how to actually let go if peradventure you're with a toxic partner. It's not just going to teach you how to let go if you're the toxic partner. It's also going to show you how to heal without breaking, how to heal without running back to him. So all you have to do is to use the link in my bio to get a copy for yourself. It's selling for just 2,000 naira. Another tactic is using others against you. Maybe something happened between you both and he sees that you're very aware of what he did. He's going to try to use people against you. He's going to say something like, even one of my friends say that you are too sensitive. Even my friends are complaining that you are too aggressive. So the moment he mentions that, you're going to feel guilt instantly. You're beginning to second guess yourself. You get confused. Like, has it gotten to a point that you now have a behavior that his friend is aware of and also complaining about? At that point, you are going to lose that argument. At that point, you are going to let go of whatsoever thing you were trying to talk about with him. Why? Because you feel you are now the bad person. That was actually the aim, to get you to feel like you're the bad person, like you're the black sheep in that relationship, so that he can win and get away with all his bad behavior. It could even be that something transpired between you both, and then he's going to say something like, others saw when these things happened and they said you were wrong. He disarms you to make you feel like a bad person so that he can get away with his fragile ego and break you and make you close that chapter and make you not to ever talk about that particular thing again. Another tactic is countering you. If you're trying to tell him what he's doing that is not right, he counters it. He tells you reason why what he did is right. So if you ever notice any of these things I've mentioned in that guy you're in a talking stage with or in that relationship where you are currently, then, my darling, it is time to let go. It is peace over chaos. You cannot afford to trade your peace over anything. No matter what, abuse, toxicity is not excusable. So when you find yourself in one, now that it's still too early, now that you are still alive, it is time to let go. Because the ugly truth is that they are never going to get to change. No matter what, they will never change. If they will change, they will have changed in the first month, in the third month, in the sixth month, or even in the first 1 year, or even in the second year. But you are noticing that this attitude keeps getting worse every day by day. If any of these things have still resonates with you, don't forget to share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I do love to read them. Don't also forget to like and share this video with your sister. You might just be seeing someone out there who is going through a very tough mental stress from relationship. And don't also forget to hit the subscription button and let's grow together. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.